Hey, I'm Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel, Celtic Cauldron by Mary. I know I've already done several videos, but I thought it was time I let you know a little bit about myself. I became, well, I won't say I was charged in my 20s. I have always felt a draw, even since I was little. I can remember seeing a silhouette of a huge, what felt like a green man when I was like 2 or 3 years old, maybe 4. If y'all remember, it reminded me of the Jolly Green Giant. But I've just kind of dabbled here and there until about my 20s. And I really got into it, and I got a book by I think it's Silver Ravenclaw. It's To Ride a Silver Broomstick. That was my very first book. I did my month and a year, year and a day that way. I live in a very rural community, so I'm definitely a solitary. I do consider myself now a Celtic Wiccan. Celtic is definitely the pull, and that's what I'm going to be looking into the most. And what really got me back into it now is I had, done like everybody else. I was raising my kids. I was working as a single mom, working all the time. And boom, got diagnosed with stage 3 melanoma cancer. So I got to be in a test trial, and it helped for a little while. And then I went back, and it had spread. And now I have stage 4 metastatic melanoma. So I've had to take off work for a little while. And this, getting back into my craft and the arts and crafts of it and the studying and the communing, is just really what has saved my sanity, I believe. It has really got my spirits up. My boyfriend was actually the one that has really, really supported me and got me into this. He ordered me a couple of things, and he's really pushed me into doing a few things out of my comfort zone. And I really appreciate him for that and for putting up with me, because the mood swings between all of the medications they're on and the side effects have been terrible. But this helps. So I'm going to be broadcasting, doing different things, probably, I think, 3 days a week. I believe we've agreed on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. One of the nights will be about moon magic or different things about the moon. Then I will have a mythology one night where I will talk about the different Celtic gods and goddesses and do some different spells while we do that, or arts and crafts, different things like that. And then I do have a store on Etsy, Celtic Cauldron by Mary. So once a week, I'll probably show you a few little things that I've been doing for that, and show you a few things that I'm getting. Crystal Sternavana has been wonderful to me. She has sent me some healing stones. I got this one. She sent me another set for just because she found out I was sick, and I just thought that was so sweet of her. Bumblebee Fern has been wonderful. She opened up my very first box, did it on her YouTube channel. Engineering Magic has said that she'll do one for me. So I'm really looking forward to getting to know all these different people and getting to know y'all, so that y'all can help me and y'all can ask me questions so that I can help you. And I guess we're going to get into it. So this month for the Celtics, it is the Celtic month of Reed, and the animal is the white hound. So I've got a few things that I've been getting ready. This has decoupage. All I used was water glue and a whole bunch of ripped up tissue paper. Okay, and then painted it, obviously. Put a little dingle thing on here. Got it connected, and I think it just came undone. But anyway, so I turned it into an incense burner. And right now I'm burning the full moon incense because it has become one of my favorites. And this one I did real quick this morning. This is, couldn't of course find my black spray paint, but that's one with the silhouette of the hound. And then I did a little one where I just started kind of painting and playing around, trying to get an idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a little bit, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to finish up one of these. All of these jars that I'm doing are to be charged under the full moon. I'll fill them with water. I do have some rainwater that I collect. That's what I use a lot with my painting. That's what this is. That's mixed in with paintbrushes I cleaned off already. So what I want to do is decorate each jar so that I can keep track of what is what. Because I do charge different jars under different moons because you get different things from each one. And we'll get into that in other videos. So one of the books that I'm really interested in right now, and I want to give them credit, but I can't find the author's name, is this Moon Magic. Now, I'm not going to use it word for word. I'm just going to use little bits and pieces of it, but I do suggest you go out and buy it. I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure who it was written by, but you can look it up and find it. I found it at Bookland. Or, not Bookland. My medicine causes me to say things sometimes and forget what I'm saying. Anyway, I found it at a bookstore. So, what it is, it's going to be a handbook of lunar cycles, lore, and mystical energies. Today, what I want to talk about is telling you how our Celtic triple goddesses go in with the moon, and then a little bit about moon magic. So, the Celtic moon goddess, Arianhod, she's moon of the goddess of the moon and the stars, and her name means silver whale, and that's the wheel of the year. And she is also the goddess of the web of fate. Rhiannon is a goddess of fertility, a goddess of the moon, night, and death. So a lot of our goddesses in the Celtic tradition are considered a triple goddess. That means there's the maiden, mother, and crone, which correlates with the moon, with the waning, the full, and the waxing. And let's see. A lot of times you'll see these triple goddess symbols. Sometimes it will have a pentagram in it. Sometimes it won't. But that's how the Celtic goddesses kind of go in with the moon. And we'll do other things with that later. So, as we know, the moon has just been worshipped by people for as far back as we can remember. And it shows up about every 29 days. When it does, it is absolutely beautiful. I love a clear night with a full moon, and I'll just go out and lay in the grass and just stare up at it. But when the moon is full, it gets a little bit more powerful and a little bit more magical, and it has this mystical influence. But what you have to choose is how you are going to kind of rein into that power and help you embrace it and make it your own. It all depends on how you want to use it. One really cool fact that I learned the other day that I didn't even think of is, the world is 70% water. And your body is about 60 or a little more percent water. So when the moon is not only, controlling the tides rolling in and out and the water, it also controls the cycles in your life. If you'll really start keeping a lunar book and watch the cycles and your moons and just start keeping up with that, you can really see how the moon actually does affect you. Just as teachers or people that have worked in retail, full moons, people go crazy. So, each month's full moon has a name. And the October full moon is the hunter's moon, or one that's not as used as much as the travel moon. Now I'm going to throw my glasses on so I can see a little bit. Okay, so the cool thing about this month is we've already had one full moon. So on October 31st, we will have our second full moon of the month. And this is called a blue moon. So what happens when you have two full moons in one month? The second one, it only happens like every 2.5 years, which is why we get the saying of it's once every blue moon. So what does it mean? It makes the already powerful and beautiful moon even more so. It's kind of like you get a supercharge of batteries and you just get that extra energy and that extra power. So the other night I made my anointing oil that I like to set for 7 days, and I will charge it under this full moon. Now I'm getting ready for the jars to sit out and to fill with my water to charge under the full moon. So that's what I'm going to be doing today until I have to go to my doctor's appointment for my treatment. So like I said, I've already shown y'all a few. Now I painted this one solid white to give me a little bit of a thing. And I'm going to take my ring off. And I have a few little things cut out. I've got a moon. I've got the silhouette. And then I have just the hound. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write out my letters. So on this side, it's going to say full moon. Okay, and then on this side is where I'm going to get over here and play a little bit. So I like to mix my paints and come up with different colors for the sky. Of course, they have to have the black, but I like to add a little bit of blue, purple, and some gold. And then we're going to see. Yeah, we're just going to kind of brush out. I like to just kind of play around and see what I turn out with. Add a little bit more gold. Usually I would have taped this down, and I do have the tape, but I just kind of want to show you the general idea. And you can go out as far with this brushing as you'd like, or you could even do the whole jar like this if you want to, however you want to do it. Okay, so that gives us our big, beautiful full moon right there in the middle. The next thing I'm going to do that just looks a little too black to me. So I'm going to go over it just a little bit more, or the black hound is not going to show up. And the arts and crafts and being able to do this since I'm having to stay at home, gosh, it has been a lifesaver. Between this and all the other arts and crafts, and just getting to start studying and learning each one of my gods and goddesses. I will tell you the first one we're going to talk about is Danu. We will do that soon. She is a Celtic goddess. She's one of the lesser knowns, but she is considered to be the mother. And then the one after that will probably be doing the Dagda, and go from there. My mystery boxes, or my boxes, they're kind of a mystery box. They correlate along each month with the Celtic month of whichever tree and symbol it is. So this month will be kind of like a Rhiannon, however y'all want to say it, with the reed and different things like that. The hound, obviously. And I make my own smudge sticks that I'll send out. I make resin jewelry. I make all kinds of things. I make these moon phase charts where you can just put it out. I usually have my moonstone on it, but I left it in the bedroom and didn't bring it in here. But I will use my stone to move it along with the phases. Okay. So I like that a little bit better. The black will show up just a tad better now. So what I'm going to do is put my wolf, well, it's a white hound. It's pretty much like a wolf. And then I'm going to get my sponge. And I'm going to sponge my little wolf on there. Again, I would usually tape it so it would be a lot better. It wouldn't have any lines that I have to fix. But here we go. So now we've got this. But we're not going to stop there. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn this white moon back here into a big, beautiful, full silver with just a little bit of blue. Because yes, I know technically the second moon is not a blue moon, but hey, why not have a little fun so we can remember? Just going to add a bit. See how this comes out. Now when you're painting on the glass like this, you always want to have a primer. That's actually why I showed y'all this one. This one I didn't, so once I spray it, that's about as thick as it's going to get. If I do another layer, it's just going to pull the paint off. So if you'll do you a primer underneath and let it dry really, really well, your paint's going to stick a lot better and you'll be able to fix mistakes better. Now going around all of this is it's going to take some time. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. Finish it up. I'm going to let it dry, and then I will show you the finished project at the end of the night. And I really appreciate y'all. I hope you'll like this. Please go in and like my channel. Please go in and subscribe to my channel. And once I get my 100 viewers, I will be giving away a new deck of tarot cards. My mind has gone blank again as normal right now. Next time I'll have them with me and show you what kind they are. But thanks for watching.